what we're looking at is government going into an area where there's potentially no demand, otherwise there would be people willing to pay the price, and it's undercutting the private sector, and it's fighting the last war. It's fighting the war over getting broadband wires and cable someplace instead of allowing wireless to compete.
And speaking of competition, one of the justifications put forward for this is that the project would create about 230 jobs. Does this make sense that the stimulus would create 230 jobs this way?
Well, anytime that the government creates jobs, quote unquote, it has to destroy jobs first by taking tax money away from somebody else. And at this point, I'm still surprised that anybody's even using the phrase creating jobs, because I can't believe anybody still believes that government's creating jobs. We've seen so many cases where that it hasn't happened, despite the claims.
Based on this round of grants, $28 million for MCNC, there is talk about having another round of grant funding to expand internet access into even more remote areas of North Carolina. Does that make any sense at this point?
This is where the government is trying to fight the last war. If you're trying to expand into all these remote areas, there are other ways that the private sector is figuring out to do this, where there is demand and and it's not about whether you can get there, it's about what the demand is for it. And so it's not about false scarcity or scarcity of any kind at this point, it's about who's willing to pay what.